Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some pretty fascinating ideas from the intentional path to success.
Right. We're really looking at why people might fail and, well, what it actually takes to succeed, according to this source.
Yeah, and our mission here is to get past the usual noise. What does this material really say?
And it challenges something pretty fundamental, I think, this common idea about failure.
Exactly. Like, we assume failure means someone's weak, or they lack talent, maybe, or they
Yeah.
just, gave up.
Uh-huh. But this source, it suggests something else entirely. It kind of flips that.
It puts forward this premise. Success, real success, it hardly ever just happens. It's not an accident.
You have to build it intentionally.
Right. But failure, this is the interesting part. The source argues failure is often the accident.
It's not always this big, deliberate, I quit moment.
No. It says failure often sneaks in or
Yeah.
creeps in quietly. That's the phrasing.
Which is a powerful image, isn't it? It's not a sudden collapse.
But those tiny things, day after day, the source paints this picture.
Like what? Give us an example.
Well, like skipping one workout. Okay, fine. But then it becomes 2, then 3.
Or choosing what feels comfortable right now instead of the harder thing that actually moves you forward.
Yes. We're making that little excuse, just this once. Or waiting for the perfect time.
Which, let's be honest, never really arrives, does it?
Not usually. And the point is, these aren't big, conscious, I choose to fail decisions.
They're micro choices, almost invisible sometimes, but they steer you subtly onto a different track.
And the buildup, the cumulative effect, is huge. The source calls it ending up on a path of regret.
Ooh, that's heavy. Regret, because you look back and realize, what?
That you didn't actively choose not to succeed. You just never fully, truly decided that winning was essential.
And then didn't act on it consistently, day in, day out.
Right. So the source pulls out these key takeaways from that view.
Okay, like what?
Well, first, success demands intention. You have to aim for it, purposefully.
Makes sense. Second,
Second, winning takes effort. It's active, not passive. You got to work for it.
obvious maybe, but crucial to state. And third,
And this feels really central to the whole argument, growth is chosen.
chosen, not stumbled into.
Exactly. You don't just accidentally become a better version of yourself or achieve big goals. It's a decision.
That really hits home. And the source is specific about the order, right?
Oh, very specific. This part struck me too. It hammers this point. You had to decide first,
Decide first,
then you do the work.
not the other way around.
No. It warns about getting bogged down, overthinking how you'll do it before you've even made the real commitment inside.
That paralysis by analysis trap, trying to map out every single step.
Yeah. It's not about having the perfect plan from day one. It's about making that core decision.
Burning the excuses, as it says.
Learning the excuses.
Yeah.
And then figuring out the how as you move forward, because that decision is fueling you.
Which leads to this pretty challenging idea the source puts out there. That if you look around and you're not where you want to be, well, this perspective suggests it might not be because you can't get there. Not about raw ability. Because you haven't truly deeply chosen to be there yet. You haven't made that fundamental decision.
Wow. That really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Right back onto you.
Puts the control back on personal choice. On intention. Not just blaming circumstances or limits.
It's about owning that agency, starting with that first firm decision.
Okay, so let's tie the main threads together from this deep dive.
All right. So success, according to this source, isn't luck. It's not just for the gifted.
No, it's presented as the direct outcome of intention, deliberate, consistent choice and action.
While failure, that's often framed differently. It's the quiet result of just drifting.
Of all those little non-choices adding up, a failure to make that initial, powerful decision to commit.
So the call to action here is pretty blunt, really.
Simple, though. Decide. Just decide.
Then burn the excuses, get rid of them. Do the work. Critically do the work.
So the final thought the source kind of leaves us chewing on.
Yeah, something for you, the listener, to really think about.
Look at where you are right now, honestly. Is that position a true measure of your absolute ability?
Or could it be rooted in maybe a lack of full, unwavering commitment? A lack of that deep choice?
And what does realizing that either way mean for your very next step? What do you do, or maybe not do, starting now?